In this demo, we are going to look at how to scale a microservice deployed to GKE cluster using a custom metric. Microservice that we are going to work with is customer detail, and the metric that we are going to use is hits per second. This microservice is instrumented using stalkdriver Node.js library. So that library sends the data to stalkdriver on Google Cloud. Once the data is on the stalkdriver, it is exported using stalkdriver adapter into the metric server on Kubernetes cluster. Once the data is there in the Kubernetes cluster, it is used by horizontal pod autoscaler, which you see over here, to scale our microservice based on the rule that we have defined in the HPA. So let's go ahead and look at the demo. Okay, so here you can see that our two pods are running. One is MySQL and our customer detail service. And this panel is to initiate the load onto the microservice, and this right hand side panel is our stalkdriver monitoring dashboard. Once the load is initiated, you will see a graph being plotted for hits per second on this one. So here we have initiated the load on our customer detail service, and slowly you will see a spike on the dashboard. So here you can see that the load has started to come up on the dashboard, and HPA has started to create our pods. So there you can see that some of the pods are coming up, and it will take a little time to stabilize. And here is the HPA rule that is set. So we are saying to target an average value of 10, that is 10 hits per second, and on a metric of total request for the customer service. Okay, so this has been running for a while, and you can see that the average value has stabilized at around 15 hits per second for all the pods. So there are total 7 pods, 4 you can see on the screen and 3 are outside our view. One nice thing about the dashboard is that you can highlight any of the pod and you can see the metric graph for that particular pod being highlighted. Okay. So now before I terminate the load, I'll show you something else. We'll go ahead and update our HPA rule to target a different value. So this time it's going to be 30. Okay. So in this case you will see that not all the pods will get terminated, but some of them will. Okay, so I did pause the video after the update. So now you can see that some of the pods are being terminated, and the load will start to increase in a moment. So total 3 pods we are terminating, and slowly you will see a spike on the low hits per second, and it will stabilize at a different value. So I'll pause the video and I'll show you when the graph is stabilized. So now you can see that the load has stabilized between 25 to 30 hits per second. And one nice thing about this particular dashboard is that you can highlight any of the pods, and you can look at the plot for that individual resource. So this one actually tells you that when the orange pod started and when it was terminated. Similarly for the next one, the yellow one that I'm highlighting now. So these 2 pods were terminated for us. If we look at something else as well. Yep, so this one was also terminated. So 3 pods, these were terminated. So this has been with us since the start. This green one is still going. Yep. So now we'll go ahead and kill the load. So that's it done, and we'll see that all the pods but one will be terminated. So now you can see that all the remaining pods are being terminated. So all means 3 out of 4. The one will remain. Okay, and the hits per second has also come down to 0 on the stalkdriver monitoring graph. So now that's it for the demo, and go ahead and look at the deployment instructions as well as the code explanation which is given in the blog. All the code is available on the GitHub. And thanks for watching, and if you have any questions, please post them on the comment section. Thank you very much.